Okay, so we know that Trump's second assassination attempt. We talked about it at the top of the show. That the guy from Hawaii flew to Florida and happened to know when he was golfing just at that exact moment. But anyway, let's listen to what CNN had to say about the second assassination attempt, and then we're going to hear from Hillary Clinton.
I remember so well July 13th, and I remember the conversations in the days that followed. I remember President Biden's speech about toning down the rhetoric, and I saw the rhetoric toned down on both sides. And then 20 minutes into his acceptance speech, Donald Trump turned up the volume. I'm not blaming him for what happened. Of course, in our country, you do not decide political disputes through violence. But the problem is that we have too much hate speech right now, and we are creating.
Give me an example. What do you mean by hate speech? Because I want to specifically know. Because I think I know what it is, but I'm interested in what you think about this. Because I agree with you. I do think we have too much hate speech. But give me an example.
I would say when you use the term vermin to describe your political opponents.
So you think it's Trump's fault that he got shot, or got shot, or
he just said that's what he wants to be thought.
Thank you, Scott. I won't step in that trap. That's not what I said. There is no place in this country for violence. But let's be honest about why we have so much tension in this country. When you dehumanize people, you are using the rhetoric of the 30s. I'm not going to say which country in the 30s, but when you dehumanize people, you make it easier for disturbed minds to do the wrong thing. And let me just remind you of something. In 2019, Donald Trump said that the internet is a dangerous avenue, okay, to radicalize disturbed minds. He was right.
Yeah.
And he should remind us.
None of this is new. And I do think there is a level of tolerance when it comes to violent speech about Trump. Since 2016, we had Kathy Griffith showing basically his head severed. There were people putting on Shakespeare in the Park plays where they had him as Julius Caesar.
Her career was kind of ruined after that. So there wasn't a lot of
tolerance. I think there's a level of violent rhetoric that has been directed at him, but that's happened for 10 years.
It's been normalized, but it's been normalized and adopted as part of one party's platform for president this year.
Sorry, I couldn't get over that gentleman's hair. I don't know what just happened. He looked like the Colonel. I don't know what happened. Sorry.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. So it's been normalized for Trump. It's okay to call Trump bad names.
They called him garbage. What do they call him? Creepy. He's creepy.
Weird,
creepy. Yeah.
They call him.
But when they called Waltz's son creepy, that was old news. Oh my God, everyone's calling him creepy. But they called Trump creepy. Creeps. Creepy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing is that they are normalizing hate speech against Trump. But it's not okay if Trump, they're trying to say he started it. Okay, they're trying to say as long as it's sanitized, right? But I could play you a litany of Democrats saying that Trump is Hitler, that Trump is a million things.
Creepy but orange man.
Orange man, poopy pants,
Poopy. I thought that was Biden.
Yeah. Here you go. Yep, that's exactly what they call him, a dictator. But the hate and violence comes from.
Listen, if words hurt you, then you shouldn't even be in society because it's sticks and stones, ladies and gentlemen, sticks and stones.
I don't think that anywhere that people look. Yeah, you could read the comments as they come up. The problem is that people are, they want to sanitize. As long as you stand up there and lie and speak politely, even if you're frustrated and angry, then you're okay. But if you call people out of their name, then you have a problem. But meanwhile, is all we see anywhere on television today is, you look at the housewives, they, fighting with each other, calling each other all kinds of names, bitch, is this is the new thing. People do it constantly in America.
We only watch it because of that.
Yeah, well, that's it. People want to hear it, and Trump knew it. Maxine Waters, Chuck Schumer, yes, exactly. But so let's listen to what Hillary Clinton had to say just 14 hours after the second assassination attempt. Watch.
I think that's really a critical question, and I think there's a couple of things going on here. You mentioned the press, and sadly, the press is still not able to cover Trump the way that they should. They careen from one outrage to the next. What was outrageous 3 days ago is no longer on the front pages, even though it threatens the physical safety of so many people, particularly, as you point out, immigrants that he and Vance have decided to demonize. And I don't understand why it's so difficult for the press to have a consistent narrative about how dangerous Trump is. The late, great journalist Harry Evans, one time said that, journalists should, really try to achieve objectivity. And by that, he said, I mean, they should cover the object. Well, the object in this case is Donald Trump. His demagoguery, his danger to our country and the world, and stick with it. They were merciless about what they saw as President Biden's, problems in the debate and calling for him to withdraw. I believe Donald Trump has disqualified himself over and over and over again to be a presidential candidate, let alone a president. The second thing, though, is that part of what Trump is counting on is for people to get desensitized. I mean, oh my gosh, did you hear what he said yesterday? Did you hear who he attacked? Did you hear the viciousness? And it just like with a shrug, okay, fine, we're moving on. Well, Americans need to understand that they have to take Trump both seriously and literally. He has said what he wants to do. He and his allies with Project 2025, his desire to be a dictator, at least on day one, all of that is in the public record. And I believe that more Americans have to be, willing to endure what frankly is discomforting and to some extent kind of painful. To take him at his word and to be outraged by what he represents.
First off, he already served 4 years and he wasn't a dictator. Secondly, she's definitely starting to look like Anne Ramsey and Winston Churchill combined. Like 100%. Somebody needs a facelift immediately. Immediately.
If he was a dictator, she'd been in jail.
Yeah.
For the emails and the server. So what the hell is she talking about? But she's always got something to say. But this is after the second assassination attempt. So come on. Let's be honest. Let's fact check. Let's realize that she wants the press. She feels that the press isn't doing enough to show Donald Trump in a bad light.
Yeah. Her husband dictated the Oval Office. Ha 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 ha. Boom.